What is up, people? Welcome back to the channel. I am back for a match preview of our game tomorrow night against Rotherham United at home. We are back at home. Of course, it'll be good to be back. Feels like forever since we last had a home game, actually, which it hasn't really been that long. But obviously, we haven't played. When did we last have a home game? I think it must have been. Let me just quickly check the fixtures, guys, because it's been such a busy kind of schedule. I've actually forgotten, and it mustn't have been a good game if I've forgotten. It was the 17th, wasn't it? So it has been quite a while actually. It's been 12 days, and but. We're going to obviously get into the game very soon. But like I say, first of all, if you do like this video, please hit the like button. It does help with the algorithm, gets the video noticed, and it helps grow the channel, which, like I say, it has been growing recently. Like I say, I've had a number of subscribers since, obviously, since the last video. And I'm actually going to go ambitious. We're going to try and get to 200 subscribers by the new year. So, like I say, if you come across this video, please hit the subscribe button as well. Literally only 15 away now, so it is literally within touching distance. And, it would mean a lot to me if you could help me out. And like I say, it's free. So it is, it would really help the channel grow if you could hit the subscription button. If you have somehow come across this video, so... and like I say, as always, I do like to hear from yourselves as well. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game, how you're feeling, and team lineup, whatever you want to say. Bring it to the table into the comments, and I'll reply to you. So as always, we focus on the opposition first, of course. It is, of course, Rotherham United tomorrow night. Obviously it's the final game of the festive period for us at home, against obviously our South Yorkshire rivals, and then obviously we'll kick off into the new year at home as well. So just looking back at our last fixture with Rotherham, obviously it was at their place. We lost 2-1. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. Then obviously it was, in the early stage of Matt Fotheringham's reign, and obviously we came away with a loss there. So we'll be looking to take some revenge on them, this time around at the John Smiths, and hopefully we can do that. Let's look at the opposition. So obviously Rotherham were promoted back into the Sky Bet Championship for this season, following their relegation, obviously to League One in last season's, obviously 21-22 season as well. So, Matt Taylor obviously is their manager. He was appointed at the beginning of October, following his departure from Exeter City. Obviously signed a contract with them until 2026. Obviously, as we know, Rotherham did lose Paul Warne to Derby County, which to me it has really, really affected them. You can see that because, like I said, they were up at the top. Maybe they were overachieving at the start of the season, but they were at the top end of the table. But since he's gone, obviously it's really disrupted the dressing room, and now Rotherham are down in 19th. It's a similar situation to how obviously losing a manager can really disrupt things. And obviously we had that, obviously different circumstances, but we still lost obviously Corberan, and then obviously it kind of derailed us into the season really. So I feel them, I really do. So obviously they did draw 2-2 on Boxing Day at home against Stoke City. Ones to watch then. So we have to start with the top scorer for them this season so far, and this is a right difficult name, Chiedozie Ogbene. I think I said that right. If I didn't, then but I had made an attempt, so it is one of those. So yeah, obviously he's the top scorer so far this season for Rotherham. He got 6 goals and 1 assist. He joined in the summer of 2019 on a three-year deal from Brentford, actually. Obviously, we know Brentford flying high in the Premier League at the moment. I've got an interesting stat here as well. His average shot accuracy is 72.2%, which, blow me neck, is very, very high. And he's made approximately 18 key passes this season. Obviously, he had an injury that saw him sit out a lot of the 2020-21 season. But obviously, he was eager to return, and obviously he's showing his qualities now. So yeah, definitely someone that we have to look out for tomorrow night. Like I said, we have to be on our guard. Defensively, we have to be on it, like we were against Preston, and like we've shown in the past. We have to get this guy quiet and keep this guy quiet, should I say? Sorry, and just continue what we've been doing defensively, really. Second player, obviously Richard Wood. Wow, what an experienced guy this is. Obviously, he scored 4 goals this season as well. Making him the second highest goal scorer for the Millers. Obviously made 2 assists as well. And over half of the shots he's taken have been on target. Obviously, he joined in 2014, so he's been at the club a long time. And obviously, he did struggle to make a regular in the first team, first of all, so he went out on 3 short loan spells. So Crawley Town, Fleetwood Town, and Chesterfield in 2014-15, respectively. So yeah, like I say, he's a great player. Obviously, he's quite old now. Obviously, I think he's 37. I think. So yeah, but obviously he comes with experience, and he's always going to be a threat, especially if Rotherham get some set pieces and he comes up for them. And but yeah, he's also a very good defender. So, but having said that, we can exploit his kind of slowness at the kind of his pace. Because like I say, he won't have much pace at his age. So, and when we do have pace in that final third, with the likes of Diarra and Ridoni and others. So yeah, we need we possibly try and not target him, but obviously go down the side. Obviously he's on he's a centre back, I believe. So yeah. So yeah, and then obviously Oliver Rathbone. Obviously he's scored 2 goals over the course of this season. He's a central midfielder. He joined the club last year on a 3-year contract. He actually played for Manchester United under 18s and under 23s before joining Rochdale at the end of the 2016-17 season. Obviously, he's 26 now. Like I say, he primarily operates in the middle of the park. However, obviously, he has been known to take a stance in defence as well. So, and obviously, he's played over 150 matches for Rochdale, including 40 appearances in his final season there, in which he scored 3 goals. So, he has got his game under his belt now. But yeah, like I say, obviously, a product of the Man United academy. He's going to be a very good player. But yeah, obviously, we have to keep an eye out for him in that middle of the park and win those battles in the middle as well with. Of course, our players should be Hogg and Kasumu, so I fancy them to get the better of him in that middle. But yeah, that's Rotherham. Obviously, you know what Rotherham are like. They'll always, they always give you a good game. You have to work for the win. They're not going to gift it you. And I think that we need to be careful with this one, because even though they are down near the bottom with us, I still think they'll be dangerous, but nothing changes from my opinion. We have to win this game. There's no excuses, because they are a team around us, and we have to be targeting points with teams around us. However, they'll be thinking the same thing as well. They'll be thinking that they should be targeting points against us because they are around us as well. So but from our perspective, we are at home. Obviously, the crowd, it's going to be a big crowd tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that. And it's going to be loud. We need to get behind the lads and really make the John Smith Stadium a fortress again, because it once was. And of course, people used to hate coming to the John Smiths, and we have to make it that place again. And I do believe, obviously, with this game, we have to kick on now, because it was fantastic to get the win at Preston. Don't get me wrong, it was a big boost. It'll have given everyone a confidence, the players, the fans. It's given us hope. It's given us hope that we can get out of this situation where we find ourselves at the minute, at the bottom of the table. But we have to use that performance and that result against Preston as the catalyst now to really push on and get ourselves out of this mess that we're in at the moment. Because I go back to it. I go back to the fact is that we may not have the best quality in the league, but when we show our, when we work hard together for one another, when we show our terrier spirit, when we, show that fight, desire, determination, everything you want in a performance from Huddersfield, we can beat anybody in this league. That is a fact for me, because nobody will beat us on that. Nobody. And I just think that, obviously, we have to use this home advantage to our advantage here. But obviously, I'm going to go through the lineups. So I don't see any reason why we should change the side from what obviously, started against Preston. However, I have made one change, and you're probably going to guess who it is. But first of all, let's go through the team. I'm going to go for a 3-4-2-1 formation. I just think that, like I said, that formation worked really well at the weekend. Not the weekend. On Boxing Day, it felt like the weekend. It should have been the weekend, but obviously Boxing Day landed on a Monday this time. So obviously Lee Nichols in goal, of course, with Tom Lees, Heelick and Boyle as the defence, with Kessler Hayden, of course, the guy that's, he scored a goal, on Monday, and obviously, hopefully, that'll give him confidence to push on as well, individually himself. But yeah, and then obviously Hogg in the middle with Kasumu and Ruffles, of course, on the other side. Now the changes come. I have to bring Diarra in. I think he has to come in here, because I just think the impact he made, it was sensational. It really was. How he came on and completely changed the game on its head in our favour. And of course, he did get that beautiful assist and kept, he just plays with that no fear. At his age, we've got to be careful with him, obviously, because he's still young, so let's not get carried away. And we don't want to, put too much pressure on him, but I think he wants to start in this one. I think he'll be eager to start as well, to be fair. So, and I think he can cause a lot of problems to the likes of Richard Wood, who obviously, like I said earlier, is lacking that pace at his age now. Of course, he'll be very experienced and very clever with his positional play, but I still think Diarra has the better of him, of course, because he's so quick and and skillful. So yeah, as I was saying, Diarra definitely coming in with Redoni alongside him, and then obviously the legend that is Jordan Rhodes up front. It has to be him leading the line again for me. Like I say, he made his 200th appearance for the club on Monday. Obviously got a goal, nearly got a second goal. Obviously hit the post. It was so unlucky, that chance, and he's only 4 away from 100 goals for us. So I really want him to get to that target. It would be such a special moment, and he deserves it as well. So I do hope he can, get to that target as soon as possible. And it will be a special moment, and I've no doubt about that it will actually happen, to be fair, because he will score goals, and as I say, he's the GOAT, the absolute GOAT, and he's just, I can't speak highly of Jordan. You can tell he loves the club. Like I said, the interview he did after the game as well against Preston was brilliant to hear, and he's just he's a professional on and off the field, and yeah, I just love him. I really do. So yeah, that is my starting lineup then. So obviously I have made one change, but I don't see the reason to change the formation. I think it works well, that formation, and plus I don't see the point in changing, the lineup apart from one. Obviously, Diarra had to come in for me. The impact he made, like I said, he deserves it. So yeah, he comes in. That's the only change I've made. So yeah, I mean, my thoughts. I think, to be honest with you, I think we can expect to have most of the ball. I expect them to sit back though, Rotherham, and I expect them to try and frustrate us for as long as possible and try and break us on the counter attack. They'll also try to take advantage of their set piece play because, like I said, they are very effective with their set pieces. So, and like I said, they do most of their goals, I'm sure, have come from set pieces. And if I'm wrong, then yeah. But I'm pretty sure that they have scored most of their goals from set pieces this season. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, it is with high importance that we follow this win against Preston with another win back at home on tomorrow, because we have to get, like I said, the confidence will be up, the fans will be up for it, we'll be up for it tomorrow night, of course we will, and we need to do our bit, and I'm sure we will do as always. But yeah, we need to follow this up with a win. There's no excuses really, because if we do win, there is a possibility that we can get off the foot of the table as well. Even more of a bigger incentive, of course, and start building forward again. Because, if results do go our way, which they don't always, and maybe one, but usually at least one result goes for you. So, if we do win, then that could potentially narrow the gap to get out of the relegation to 2 points. And we've still got a game in hand. So if we can get a win tomorrow night, it will really make the picture even more better for us, and we'll be feeling more positive about things, because 2 points is nothing, is it? And obviously with a game in hand as well, we are back in the mix if we can win tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that. And that's the bottom line. And we have, it's going to be. We're going to have to be patient, because I think that Rotherham will try and frustrate us, like I said, and I do think they'll sit back. And sometimes, well, quite a lot of the times, we do struggle against teams that tend to sit back. The best thing about Preston in the game on Monday was it was an open game. So they was at home, so they were going for, there were spaces in behind the defence, and they took the game to us. Therefore, that kind of it played into our hands, didn't it? Because there's more space to it. Whereas Rotherham will just sit back, they'll frustrate, and they will. They'll make it really difficult for us. I do fancy us to win. I do, and I hope I'm not jinxing this. I don't tend to do score predictions, and I don't think I want to do a score prediction. But I do think, on paper, we should have enough to win this game, because, as I say, they are away. We're at home. We need to make that count. We need to get, the fans need to be up for it. We will be up for it, because, as I said, I think that result unexpected result on Monday really has boosted us up, and has made us start believing again. And like I say, if we can show that application and fight, that performance that we showed on Monday for the rest of the season, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. We'll stay up. There's no doubt about that if we can apply ourselves like that every single game. But that's where the difficulty lies, doesn't it? The consistency of we have to continue to play like that, and show what we're about, and make it difficult for teams. But yeah, I just think that we will definitely win the game. Like I said, Rotherham are a great side. They'll come with a game plan, and yeah, we're going to have to play well to beat them. That's for sure. I'm by no means taking anything for granted at all, because I know Rotherham are a dangerous side, and I know that Rotherham do have the strengths, and it's not going to be easy. But of course, I have to back us, especially, like I say, with the week we've had so far, I have to back us to win. I believe that we will win, and I do believe that if we can, we need to start, creating more. And I think Diarra is that spark that we need at times. I think he obviously will look to. He'll always drive at the defence. He's not, that no fear attitude that youngsters have. That's what we need. We need that energy. That he brings to the table too. But yeah, it would certainly be an interesting game. And we're gonna have to. If we can get an early goal, that'll really settle us down, won't it? I think, and I think that's the best possible outcome for us. If we can get an early goal, opening 10-15 minutes, then that will be the ideal scenario. However, if it doesn't pan out like that and we have to wait a bit longer, then so be it. But and we can't let the frustrations get the better of us as well. We need to stick with the team, and just keep backing them really, because they need us more than ever at the moment. Like I said, the situation we're in, we're still in a difficult position, but I go back to it. I believe that there's always a turning point in a season, and I truly believe Monday was the turning point. And I don't want to get carried away, but I do. And it can be the turning point, and it should be the turning point, because it only takes one moment like that where everything was stacked against us to get a result, obviously, and we managed to do it. And like I say, and the fact that obviously we're back in action, within a few days, I think that's the best thing for us really, because as soon as that game had finished, obviously the next day, I think the lads would be pretty eager to play again because of how well, how positive the ending was to that match on Monday. So I feel like that'll play into our hands too. Obviously, Rotherham on the back of a draw, but we have the momentum, So we have to keep believing, guys, and we have to keep focusing on the next games, so that the sole focus is on the next game tomorrow, and then the next game after that. We can't be looking too far ahead. So yeah, I think that's it. To be fair, obviously, fingers crossed we do get the 3 points. It will be another massive. Like I said, it will put us back in the picture again. It really will, and hopefully, if all results go our way and we end up winning, it'll only be 2 points from safety, and that is pretty incredible, really, with the situation that we've. It was at one point, I think it was 8 or 9 points that we were down, down at the bottom with. So the fact that we've managed to claw it back a bit now, and another opportunity to claw it back even further tomorrow night. Yeah, I didn't expect, I didn't think that we'd be in this situation where we could get ourselves back in the mix again, and climb that table. Because a few games back, it didn't feel like it was gonna happen. But like I said, things can change in football very quickly. But of course, things can change again tomorrow night. So we have to be grounded here, and we have to be careful. But yeah, we've got enough quality. We do have enough quality to win tomorrow night. I do believe that. But we have to be clinical. We have to create more. We have to break down that stubborn defence that will be in front of us, and find a way through. And once we do I think it's going to be one of those games where if we get the first goal, then it'll open up a bit then, and I think that we may see another goal, and potentially a third goal. So it'll be that spiral effect, in my opinion. It's just getting that first goal, and like I said, the sooner it comes, the better in that match. And like I say, if we can start off and get a goal in the first few minutes, that would be perfect. But football isn't always easy, and we know at Huddersfield that we don't always do it the easy way. So, but yeah, we'll have to see. Thank thank you all for watching. Like I say, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and like I say, help me get to 200 subscribers by next week. Yeah. The first is on Monday, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, I think the first is on Monday. So, can we get to 200 by Monday? I really, really hope so, and it would really mean a lot to me, like I say. So yeah, like I say, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anything you want to say, like I say, I'll make sure I reply to anything. Get in your score predictions for this one, and yeah, you can also follow me on my socials. At HCFTV8 on Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, please come and check me out on there as well. Like I say, and yeah, and turn the notification bell on if you are already subscribed, because like I say, you will get a notification every time I go live, as well. So yeah, bring on tomorrow. I'm really excited to obviously, go and watch some more football in this busy festive period. But I'll be even happier if we manage to clinch another massive 3 points. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And yeah, see you on the next one. Up the town, and come on you Terriers, let's keep believing.